What's up, guys and gals, and welcome back to the Nerd Castle. Today in the world of indie games, we're going to be taking a look at a title called Interregnum. This is kind of an interesting mashup of genres, and thus far I've been reasonably happy with the game. I do have some complaints about it, but I do have some things that I like about it as well. But the best way I know to describe this game is that it is effectively the love child between like Stalker, Frostpunk, XCOM, and Neo Scavenger. It's got like all of those things baked in there. And so today we're going to take a look at the game for about 30 minutes. We're going to see if it's something you wanted to add to your wish list or if it's one of those games that you would rather wait and see what happens to it. The game is, after all, actively in early access right now. But let's dive straight on in. If after watching this you wanted to get the game for yourself, I got a link for you down below in the description. You can check that out there. But let's dive straight on in. There's also links to Discord and Twitch and stuff down there too, just in case you wanted to like get live with those. But anyways, I'm currently in a combat. This game takes place in a post-apocalyptic future California where an ice age has wiped out humanity. And so we are all huddled inside of various localities trying to keep warm, scraping out a meager existence, and murdering one another for every single little thing that we can possibly get our hands on. Our shelter was attacked by bandits, and having been attacked by bandits, they end up stealing a bunch of our kids, and having stole a bunch of our kids, we are now trying to reclaim them from those bandits. However, the bandits said something about the fact that they had no choice, that the government forced them to take the kids, and so there's a little bit of intrigue being played around with right now as well. These are the bandits that we're actively fighting. The game uses a numerical AP system rather than a 2 AP system like Newcom. If you've played Enemy Unknown or you've played Enemy Within, you'll know what I'm talking about. In those games, you get one singular attack and then like one singular move. That's what you get to do. In this game, it subdivides it out like the classic XCOM games where you've got AP and you utilize them however you deem necessary in order to liquidate the enemy. She can fire over there. How many rounds does she have left? 4? Can she hit any of those guys? She can't hit any of those guys, unfortunately. What if she moves? Would she be able to line up somebody else? She won't have... So she can line up a different shot on somebody else, but she won't have the AP to get back into cover. Okay, well then let's just take a shot over here, I guess. Her bullets are really, really expensive and really difficult to get a hold of. She's got a sniper rifle, and she's like the only person in my squad that I would consider to be like actively effective inside of combat. When you're mousing up on the enemies, you may notice that the attachment line right there that it has to the enemy changes color. That's because you have optimal ranges on all of your guns. All of my guys are heavily encumbered right now because I've been scavenging like a maniac. Hey, you got him with the Elmer Fudd gun, man. I'm proud of you. Good for you, man. Sometimes you just gotta Elmer Fudd a dude. Over here, I don't know what I want to do with this situation. Like, I can aim out to, like, right there. Maybe I'll just kind of hold his turn for right now, and we'll see if anybody walks into it. So he's going around the right-hand side. The AI has a supernatural means of dodging all of your guard circles. Like finding these perfect angles to attack you from. So I was a little bit worried that might happen right there, that they were just going to rotate. This guy's got a knife back here. If I step back on out to here with 14 AP, I can get shots off on him, which feels like a smart plan. With burst fire mode right there, I don't know exactly how effective this is going to be. Burst him. Yeah, burst fire was incredibly effective. Okay, it used up a lot of ammo, but it was worth it. We no longer have a knife-wielding maniac running up on us right now inside of our little barricade/palisade. I don't know where that guy's going to try to go. The guy we got to worry about is this dude back here. They can attack like 6 times a turn, and so we kind of got to worry about him a little bit. Everybody dig back into cover. I don't know exactly what my opportunities are right now. It looks like she can bust a shot at El Pistolero over there. So let's have her do it. She still counts as in cover. Let's aim at him contextually. He's got a pistola. Yeah, use all your AP to fire a shot at him. There we go. And now he's bleeding. So hopefully he'll bleed out on the next turn. So that'll be optimal. Let's get her back inside of cover. They don't lean out of cover on their own like they do in all the XCOM and like Phoenix Point games and whatnot. So you've got to kind of like micromanage it in order to get it done. But as I was saying, this is a post-apocalyptic future game where there are wasteland raiders everywhere. Ow! Okay, all right. He's out of his optimal range right there, so I'm not too worried he's going to be able to tap me with anything. He just used an adrenaline syringe. The AI can be like, so the AI can be incredibly smart and dodgy and perfectly weave its way around all of your guard points and like find these perfect cracks to attack you from. And then there's these other times where the AI is like catastrophically stupid and will like use an adrenaline syringe on themselves when they have 1 HP remaining, even though they know that the adrenaline syringe will kill them. The AI is kind of hit or miss. It does some things well and other things not so much. I don't know what I want to do with this guy right here. I don't really have a shot on him. That's outside of optimal range, and if I get too close, I'm going to have a bad time. He's kind of low on AP anyways because he's been shot at, so let's move her over to here. Let's have her fall back over here.
If you say so.
And then we'll have him cover this angle right here in case he tries to loop. I'm trying to force this guy to go back around that way. That's what I would prefer to have happen right now.
Follow me.
Time to shine.
Okay. She can get over to there and take a shot at him. I'm okay with it. She doesn't have that many bullets left. Her bullets are like gold. I've been having so much trouble finding them. There we go, and so he's been dropped. After combat is concluded, that's going to take us out to the world map, which is where the vast majority of gameplay happens. But we got, it looks like some 45 caliber rounds. That's probably a good thing because my little SMG is thirsty, bro. It's very, very oh, really? He had armor-piercing rounds. Brutal. We do have a cape right here, though, which is great. I'm going to go ahead and put that on one of my characters because mitigating the cold is a huge part of this game. We'll also give her a Scully over here just to see if that helps out a little bit with her coldness, because I found that she gets cold a lot. With the 45 caliber rounds, we'll put those over there. We'll load them inside the blicky real fast. I've got a 9mm magazine over here because I had a 9mm SMG that I was running, but I find that the 45 does a little bit better. We've got some AP rounds right there. We've got 20 shotgun shells, which is just an ungodly amount of shotgun shells, but probably not enough given the relative amount of combat that I've been finding myself caught up inside of. We're all crazy over encumbered right now, so I can't really afford to bring anything else with me. If I can bring the mags with me, I think that's acceptable, but I don't really care about the 45 because there's different gear qualities in this game. So there's not just one 45 pistol, there's a bunch of different 45 pistols, a bunch of different 9mm pistols, and they all have different performance profiles and things that they're attempting to do in the greater scheme of the game. The last of the bandits hit the ground. Drained from the fight, you all trudge over the bodies and into Riverside Shelter. It's a nightmare in here. There are more corpses inside than outside. The child is found, curled up and crying in a locked room. Emil, I'm here now. Don't worry. You'll be safe with us, kid. Jody smiles. Jody bundles him up in warm clothes. He clings to her, wordless and timid. Hidden in a bundle of clothes is an odd silvery device. It's labeled Ansible and occasionally crackles with radio interference. It almost looks like a radio, but it has far more dials and buttons than you might expect, and no identifying labels. The Ansible was obtained. You take it with you, hoping to catch any stray transmissions. You've seen a vision of Hilltop's future, the vulnerable abandoned by the desperate. Now that we've got the kid, we gotta get him home safe. Judging by Riverside Shelter, though, how long will home actually be safe? So that's our base right there. That's the place that we actively live at. I've only been playing the game for like an hour and a half because I've been loading a lot of saves and trying a lot of things and actively trying to break the game. And good news, I broke it many, many, many times. This is a game that has a lot of bugs inside of it, but we'll talk about that later on. We got some cigarettes right there. Is there anything inside the apartment complex, dude? I need ammo, something fierce. Like anything we can drag out of here would be perfect. there's some goodies inside the house. So this is the overworld map gameplay right here that you're going to be interacting with far, far more than combat. You're going to be going out Neo-Scavenger style. There's loads of buildings. You go in between them. You grab things that you think you might need while you're out there in the wasteland. So, for example, we've got some matches right there for starting fires. We've got flint right there for starting fires. We've got food. We've got other things that we've got to take care of our characters with. Every single character in your group has equipment. All of the stuff you equip on them does show up on the character, including like all the layers and stuff like that, which is a really nice detail. I've found that to be awesome. I think it's great, actually. I don't really have that big of a problem with it. Aside from that, they've got heat ratings, they've got morale, they've got HP, they've got stamina, they've got nourishment. So you are having to feed these guys while you're running around on the surface as well and make sure that they don't freeze in the cold, which I think does add a nice foil, a nice anvil for the game to hammer you against while you're trying to get things done. I should probably rest and save. So this game doesn't have a active save system. This game, you only get to save when you make a campfire. And we did see those survivors lurking around over there. There's bandits off to the right, too. They will hunt you. They will follow you. They will try to catch you. By the way, once they're aware of you, they will, like, follow your tracks and try to get you. We've got a beanie right there. We've got some camping supplies. We've got a t-shirt, and we've got an energy drink. Okay. Is everybody... He doesn't have a t-shirt on. Go ahead and throw on the t-shirt, I guess. He's got that woolly cap right there, like that Canadian, like, I don't know, that little hoser hat going on, dude. I'm not exactly sure what that kind of hat is called. We don't really have those where I come from. I'm in California. So California is 106 degrees right now where I live at, and it will stay 106 degrees till like October. That's just the way that it goes. Buying warm clothes where I live is really sort of an exercise in futility unless you're actively inside like San Francisco or Marin, a little bit closer to the coast. I'm on the other side of the hills, so I'm like still in the Bay Area, but I'm not that close to the ocean. This pharmacy might be helpful. What's the pharmacy got for me? Let's take a look at this place and see what kind of goodies are in here. Loot doesn't auto-stack in this game, so you're going to have to stack it up manually. I have found the inventory to be very, very fiddly and kind of like a pain in the ass to play around with. I would like her to use the warming gel. That feels like a good plan. I need to find a good backpack for her, dude. Her backpack is just garbage. Like, unfortunately, she has, like, no carrying capacity, and I need her to have carrying capacity. Go ahead and throw that last bullet inside of there. We've only got 2 bullets left for the rifle, which is really sort of unfortunate. We've got a little bit of antiseptic right there. We've got cold serums in case anybody gets sick. Does anybody else have... He's on red encumbrance right now. Good lord, and he's not even carrying that much stuff. Oof. Gonna have to work on that. We'll probably make a campfire in just a second once I've got myself sorted out. Maybe take a look at the level up system because I haven't fooled around with it just yet. You do get to create your character at the beginning of the game from a number of different classes and sort of archetypes. A cotton sweater. Yeah, that'd be nice. Flint is good too. Flint will keep us warm when it gets cold. And we've got a backpack right there. It's a 35 slot backpack. Swap that in, but here's a downside to the way that this works. It doesn't automatically swap your inventory over when you do this, and it doesn't look like there's a fast way to move objects over by like double-clicking or shift-clicking or anything else. So, you've been warned. Sometimes it can be a little bit of a headache to do the inventory management. Let me refill her backpack up with stuff, and then we'll get moving. You can't disassemble every single object in the game as well. It does come strapped with a crafting system where you have blueprints and things that you can create in order to make your life a little bit easier. I currently need junk parts and gunpowder so that I can manufacture 5 more 300 BMG rounds for her rifle because she's kind of like the only person in my party who is combat effective. There's also other little things like this is a Chris Vector right here, and that right there is a Glock 50 round magazine, but when you load up the gun it's got the stick mag inside of it and it says that it's got 25 rounds. There are little disagreements between the visual presentation right there that you are going to run with. If you're a gun person or you enjoy that kind of stuff, you'll run into it. I'm going to make these sterilized bandages over here because they're better than what I have. And so we'll throw those into his inventory real fast. Okay. We've got a fire station right next door. We should probably check that out. Because in the cold, what could be better than having some fire? Now we've got a scouring solution. We've got cigarettes. We've also got bandits trucking it toward us quick right now. Unfortunate. The scouring solution, I have no idea what it's for, so I don't know that I'm going to take it. The bandits over there, it kind of depends if they're aware of us. Things in this game only move when you move. It may not be a terrible idea to load him back up with that right there and just slap that in there real fast so that I have it. I stored it inside that building a little bit earlier because I didn't want to carry it around with me. I guess it kind of depends if they go south or not, but we need to get back to our base. There's not really too many ways around that. Farmhouse over here, we should probably check that. Greenhouse, I need fertilizer. 2 herbs, not what I was looking for. Fertilizer would have been better. I need fertilizer and charcoal so that I can make those bullets. But the game does capture a sort of desperation where I feel like for the hour and a half or so that I've been playing the game, I have actively been always looking for something the entire time that I've been playing. Like, I've never felt comfortable. I've never been totally happy with the things that I currently have. And so that's a better beanie than what he's got. Throw that on then. That's morale. His morale is kind of piss poor right now, so we might as well top it up a little bit. That gives nourishment. We might as well graze and take care of it while we're in the neighborhood anyways. Anything that stops me from having to... Hey, there's a fertilizer. All right, dude. So how many of those did I need to make this gunpowder? Okay, so now I just need charcoal, and we can make gunpowder. And once I can make gunpowder, we can spit out some 300 rounds. So that she's got some more options inside of combat. That's what I would prefer anyways. Go ahead and slap that on him real fast. We'll put that right there. We are very overweight right now, dude. I should probably make a stash somewhere. Like, just like a building that I've got all my stuff loaded inside of. Come on, farmhouse. Give me another fertilizer. Give it to me. No fertilizer. Ooh, it's the Northern Lights right now. Everybody's a little bit tired. Does that affect our AP? Okay. We'll camp out right here, and I'll show you guys the camping system. Oh, another moonshine, huh? Moonshine is good. Moonshine's how I make bandages. And since this game has permadeath, like when your characters go down in combat, they can only go down once. So they go down, you can res them one time, and then they get back up, and if they die again after that, they're dead permanently. Let's go ahead and make a campsite right here. The game only saves when you make a campsite. I think that this is a mistake. I think the game should have active saves. You should be allowed to F5 and save whenever the hell you want. At least that's the way that I would prefer it to work. Inside the camping menu, you've got to do a couple of things here. So you've got to put something inside the fire, which gets it up and running. So we'll do that very quickly. I can't afford to lose my matches or anything just yet. Maybe I'll burn some bags of chips too, just to get us up to like a small campfire. Comfortable fire will give us 100 stamina regen, 40 warmth regeneration, and then we got to work on nourishment here. So let's see what we've got in the old canteen that will keep everybody happy. So we've got satiating rations right there. Does that help us out at all? It does raise our morale, so that's not the worst idea because our morale is sort of struggle bussy right now. So everybody gets a full ration. We get 15 morale, which should fill up the purple meter a little bit. Let's go ahead and save our game and rest for a second. All right, so everybody's patched back up. There's a wood pile over here. I would definitely like to go through the wood pile. If you're walking on ice, be careful. If you walk on ice, it gives you frost madness. There's also no sort button in this game, and there needs to be a sort button that, like, pulls everything together so I don't have to do it manually. Alright, so we've got a lumber right there. There's an abandoned car on that side, which gave us a couple lighters, which is good. I'm still digging around for... I need ammo, dude. I know what's coming up ahead of us. I actually loaded a save that was about 40 minutes back from where I actively was, because I ran into some problems that could not be solved the way that I wanted to solve them. And so I wanted to loot a little bit better and get a little bit stronger and, like, fight some more guys before I did anything else. Alright, farmhouse is looking okay. See if the car's got any scrap or junk in it. Cigarettes. Cigarettes are alright for morale. They'll do. They're not perfect. I kind of want to go back and fight these bandits over here, but I don't have the ammo to do it. Let's just tool around the neighborhood a little bit more and see what we find. I mean, it's not altogether unlikely that we won't find something useful over here. Got some more meat. We've got cooking oil. We've got an herb. The cooking oil is good for starting fires, so I'll take that. The meat, however, I don't have the largest use for the meat. I guess I'll take it because I forgot to take a look and show you guys the level up system. So your characters do level up. They do get points. You are allowed to get stronger. And when you hit certain thresholds, they will be able to aim better. They will be able to shoot better. They will be able to get shot better. They will get more encumbrance, things of that nature. They'll be better at crafting medicines and, you know, stuff like that. These are all the different skills that exist. As I mentioned earlier, you do get to create your character at the beginning of the game. Ooh, there's a police station? Hold up. Let's go check the police station. I didn't notice the police station. What they got in the cop shop? 45 rounds, 44 rounds, a policeman's shirt. Simon begins to hyperventilate. The stress of living through the collapse is getting to him. -10 to his morale. That's okay. That's all right. Hang in there. You could be good. We got elegant pants. We got some slugs. We got 45. Okay, we're going to want all this stuff. This is all useful, so I want you to have the sluggies since you're running a slug gun. Which one is Simon? Oh, that's my character. My character is apparently having panic attacks about the world ending. I think that that's honestly fair. I think, you know, this would be the time to have a panic attack if you're going to have one. We'll tear that stuff up. Unfortunately, we failed our rolls. He's got enough shotgun shells here, though. Put those in his quick access real fast, and then throw bandages in his quick access, too. 44. I don't have a 44 yet, but I do have a 45. So the more 45s I have, the happier a boy I shall be. Is that the stack of 45 right there? All right, so we got 25 rounds. We got enough for another reload, which is good. Real good. A gas station. I don't think they're going to have fertilizer there, so I don't think I'm going to go that way. Let's cut out through the south down here, and we'll see if there's any more farmhouses or anything we can hit on this side. Yeah, there's a log cabin right there. Abandoned car has matches in it. That's good. What's inside this cabin over here? Ooh, that's a nice hat. I'll take that hat. There we go. Get a little bit better frost resistance. That's what's up. Got a few more chips, too. Some lunch meat. All right. I can deal. What's in the shed? 2 charcoal. I think we can make the bullets. Hold on. I think we can make the bullets now. I think I have the stuff that I need to make the bullets. So we got gunpowder. All right. There's our gunpowder. And then for the 300 round, I need 2 junk parts. So that means we need to go scavenge cars. Unfortunately, we're just getting matches from cars right now, but I can't really get into any more fights until my sniper is up and ready to go.
Should we build a fire?
Another car over here. Handyman duct tape, not what I'm looking for. Just need something. Jody finds a couple in their final embrace laying on a bed. It feels sacrilegious to disturb their peace. You better keep scavenging. They're gone. They don't need this stuff. This is called survival. You don't have to like it, but it is what it is, okay? It's called survival. Let's see here. We got, does anybody have anything good that can be swapped out? He can take that sweater right there. When you get shot, your gear degrades, though, so keep an eye on that. We got a little bit of bread right there that we could possibly throw in somewhere. A couple of vegetables, some more potato chips, and another moonshine. Oh, we want the matches, too. The matches are going to be good. It auto-stacked that one. Normally, it doesn't auto-stack stuff. 2 charcoal from right there. 2 more charcoal from right there. Okay, enough with the charcoal. Enough with the charcoal. I need car parts. We got plastic trash. It'll burn. We got a person who's tired right now, so we might as well camp. I think it's because he's carrying too heavy of a load. It's okay. I get those logs off his back, and I think everything will be all right, and we'll be, like, ready to roll. It's not like I'm hurting for food or water or anything else. So we've got a barely smoldering fire. Throw the plastic trash in there. Morale is still going to slip a little bit if I don't eat, though. Charcoal gives us a +10, huh? Okay. Throw the lighters in there so that we can be comfy. And then you keep unloading food in here. We'll try to get ourselves as, like, strapped out on goodies as we possibly can. Yeah, and so I get to handle some level ups now, which I think will actually be a really good play. Transfer all your AP to a target ally. I need you to shoot better is what I need you to do. Missing is like one of the worst things that can happen in this game. Let's go for the first point of marksmanship, I think. There we go. That looks good. What does athletics do for me? Run in a straight line to the location. Does it, like, lower the amount of AP it takes me to move? I think he's going to need some toughness, though, too, so that we can carry more stuff. So let's go ahead and slot that on in as well. All right, so all my level ups are done right there, so we're looking pretty solid on that front. I think we're about ready to leave the camp. So let's pack it up and go back to the world map. Did I finalize that? Did it give me all my stuff back? Hold on. Oh, it didn't, dude, and it didn't fill up any of our meters either. Can I go back to my campsite? I was going to say, dude, if I can go back to my campsite, I don't have any complaints here. Almost made a big mistake right there, dude. Almost made a problem for myself. Is there anything else around here that I haven't looted? If I can just find the scrap off of cars, dude. Maybe I should check these barns back here, too. Let's check the barns real fast to see if there's anything good inside of them. Oh no, he's looting on the ice, so our frost madness is going up. The snow outside floats upwards. The unseen are near. He stays still and quiet until they pass. I don't know what that means. That sounds kind of terrifying, to be honest. The unseen, huh? Processed food. All right, we'll get another camping supply right there. We got junk parts, which is, I think, what we needed for the gun, or for the bullets. We got some more veggies. This guy's like our food mule right now. I feel kind of bad for him. But it's better to have a backpack full of food than a backpack full of nothing. We're still overweight as hell, though. I can't really carry too much more stuff. Get off the ice. Well, I got 2 fertilizers off that last loot node, so that's not the worst. Was it a different garbage that I needed? I can make those. Yeah, make those. Give me a couple more gunpowders. The more gunpowders we have, the I won't be happy until I need more junk parts. Okay, so we need even more junk parts. Let's keep going. And there should be some cars and stuff around here up on the road that we can maybe scavenge through to get some junk parts. Like, there's a little village over here where I started out that I think we could probably get that stuff. But yeah, my thoughts about the game so far is that it's just too buggy. So I talked about how I've played the game for about 2 hours now, and I like the game a lot. The downside to that, though, is that the game has a lot of... We get 1 bullet from that. Oh, bro, that's not... I thought I was going to get ×5. I mean, I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. 1 bullet is better than no bullets, especially since she one-taps with every single shot. So that's effectively 1 free kill. I'll take it, but I thought I was going to get a 5-stack. Oof. Tough one. It says ×5 right there when you click on the recipe. But as I was saying, you're going to find typos all over this game. You're going to find grammatical errors all over the game. You're also going to have a lot of bugs. A lot of bugs. Some of them game-breaking. I've had my characters float off into the sky while moving in combat. I have had things just magically disappear from my inventory. So, for example, I was in my inventory, and I went to go put bullets in a gun, and the bullets just disappeared. That was it. And so the game has a lot of these little merge errors and sort of these polish issues that ultimately I think it's a really good idea for a game. And I think it is fun, but it's fun when it's working. And I can't stress that enough. The game is in early access, and the developers are putting out chunky bug fix patches right now, which are knocking a lot of bugs off the list. I looked at the last patch notes, and they're definitely getting to it. But I would not get involved with this game in any respect if you're one of those people that gets, like, tilted off your axis by bugs happening, especially when they are like game-breaking bugs, because you will occasionally get that, and due to the fact that you can't save whenever you want, you can only save at a campfire, that means that from time to time, when a game-breaking bug happens, you're going to, like, lose progress, and that's just the way that it goes, and there's not too much of a way to get around that. There's lots of room for quality of life improvements in this game as well. What is that right there? What is that right there? That looks big. What is it? What is it? Oh, it's a shotgun. I don't want a shotgun. Shotgun's not helpful. That's not what I'm looking for. Oh! So much 300 rounds. Okay, never mind. I take it back, game. You are a kind and generous God, and I forgive you for whatever missteps, foibles, or qualms you might have. You are fantastic. I think you're great. I have no complaints about you, and I think you should just keep doing what you're doing, all right? I think you should just keep doing what you're doing. I'm going to use the gun shop over here as like a storage spot, I think. A sewing kit would be good. I need to get some rags for that to work, though. I do wish you could make little stashes on the map, too. I guess you can just use the building as stashes, but I do need to get weight down pretty considerably. We're, like, really, really, really overweight right now. I also need to heal people. I didn't realize our health was kind of bad right now. Let's pass some bandages in between people and just kind of, like, see if we feel better. You're going to get broadcasts all the time once you actually have the Ansible. I don't really have that many bandages, actually. I've got a couple in my quick slots for combat, but, like, I'd rather leave them where they're at rather than throw them around all willy-nilly. Unload that and put slugs in it. Slugs are cool. I like slugs. Slugs are good. These have already been looted out over here. Damn, I was hoping I could get a little bit more stuff. Let's camp out right here real fast just to save the game. And then let's head and take the kid back to where he's meant to go. What do we have in there? We had cigarettes in there. What do we have in here? Junk parts. Junk parts are good. Cigarettes, not so much, but junk parts are fine. The sight of them hits you with a blow like a gunshot. Soldiers assembled at the shelter like prison guards. They came in with a massive truck, and practically everyone in the shelter can fit inside. The leading soldier grins at you. Took your sweet time getting here, huh? We'll be taking the kids to a safer shelter. You'll be compensated, don't worry. They came around looking for kids, or what the bandit at Riverside said. So sick of this. Everything we've done and all those corpses to get him back just for him to be taken again, just like your own child. I couldn't save him either, and I'm still powerless, but I don't have to be. There's always a choice. We can fight. It's mad to resist. The world's gone mad. Why stay sane? I don't want compensation. Your squad mates look to you odd and terrified. What the hell kind of authority do you think you have here? All you civvies are nothing but ungrateful shits. You owe us everything, these shelters and your lives. Maybe we can come to an agreement. Soldier barks a laugh and rips a meal away from Jody. Don't touch him! Before you can say anything else, her weapon is already out. In seconds, the shelter grounds devolve into violence. So here's the thing about this game, right? All of the parts are in the right place for me to enjoy this title. I can feel myself wanting to like it because I like XCOM, I like Neo Scavenger, I like Stalker, I like Frostpunk. The theming, the atmosphere, and general gameplay elements are good here, actually. I think it's a good game, but at the end of the day, I did run into a lot of bugs while playing the game. There were typos, there were merge errors in my inventory, I had an item disappear on me. At one point in combat, my guy ran to the spot he was supposed to go to, but then he, like, jumped and then just floated off the screen, and I couldn't really recover it, that kind of stuff. And so for a commercial product that's charging money in early access, I'm usually willing to accept a fair amount of jank. In fact, I'd probably go so far as to say I'm one of the more forgiving guys on the internet when it comes to stuff like that. Really easygoing, but when it comes to advising whether or not other people should get Interregnum, it becomes a tough sell for me to convince them. I think there's a good game here. I think it was just released way too early. Some of the bugs I ran into were game-breaking, and since the game has no manual save whenever you want to, that means that you are almost guaranteed to lose progress or lose items or lose gear that you've looted because the looting is random every single time you open a building, and that's all based on how good or bad your luck is. When you combine that general bugginess with balance issues, a lot of quality of life features that are missing for such an inventory-heavy game like sorting and, you know, auto-stacking and things of that nature, I'd probably let this one have like 6 months to a year and see if they can get it patched up. As I said, there is a good game here with an interesting premise. There's also some fun mechanics that you unlock when you get further on into the game. Like, you get like this big battle truck, dump truck thing, and you get to customize it out with like different parts and stuff like that and use it as kind of like a mobile base. And the storyline isn't that bad either, so anyways. The problem is you're just going to have to muscle through a lot of polish problems to get to it. The good news is the developers have been pushing out bug fix patches, and they've been chunky ones, so hopefully they'll stay on top of it, and in like a half to a whole year, we'll have a rad new addition to the survival RPG genre. My name is Splattercat. I sift through the pile to find what's worthwhile in the world of indie games every single day so you don't have to. Today up on the chopping block, it was Interregnum. Tomorrow it'll be something else. Thanks, folks.